Hey, welcome back to the Bound by Art podcast. I'm Missi Blue, tattoo artist, business owner, and your guide to navigating the chaos that is the tattoo industry. If you're an artist looking to grow your business, attract the right clients, and learn how to survive this career without losing your damn mind, then you are in the right place. Every week, I'll be bringing real talk, actionable tips, and hard-earned lessons from my own journey with a side of good vibes and a little bit of sarcasm. Whether you're new to the game, feeling stuck, or you just need a kick in the ass to get that spark back again, this is the show for you. Welcome to Bound by Art. Now let's get to work. Today's episode might sting just a little bit, and I'm so sorry. I'm not sorry, actually. Not sorry at all. So from your perspective, you're doing everything right. Your work is solid. Your client service is good, you're posting consistently, but for some reason, you're still not busy. Meanwhile, it feels like everyone else is booked out and thriving, and you're wondering, why am I not busy and everyone else is? Are they just lucky? Are they cheating the system? Are they paying for followers? Probably not. So what is it they're doing that you're not? Spoiler alert, it has zero to do with their follower count, and it's not the algorithm, it's you guys. So I wanted to have this hard conversation with you, not because I'm a jerk and I want to hurt your feelings or piss you off, but because I know you can do better than this. And how do I know that? Because you're here, you're listening to this, and you're trying your best to figure it out and fix it. And that is, as I say, half the battle. So if everything I said just hit home for you and you're feeling like nothing you do is working and the algorithm is punishing you and people just don't get you, I have some questions for you. And I'm not going to sugarcoat here because I just have to get it out there. And to be totally honest with you, I follow a lot of people like this who will likely never hear this episode, even though they so badly need it. So if this makes you think of anyone in particular that might get some benefit from hearing it, please share it with them and help them to help themselves, please. So first of all, I want to ask you, how are you presenting yourself online? I had to learn the same lesson, so no need to feel any type of way about this. It's just an honest question. And a subject that I feel like is not talked about nearly enough. You don't have to do this right now, but because chances are you probably already know how you are. But when you get the chance, go back, look at your posts over the last 3 to 6 months, take it all in, assess the situation, and let's figure this out. When you look at your posts collectively, what kind of language are you using? What is your overall vibe? And if you had to sum it all up in one word, what do you think that word would be? Do the words angry, sad, confrontational, depressing, judgy, whiny, or complaining, or anything along those lines come up for you? What is the overall mood of your social media? Would you say that you have a positive or a negative attitude? Maybe somewhere in the middle, or maybe it's just kind of all over the place. Is there any repeating subject or conversation that's super noticeable? Now let's look at you as a person, your day-to-day personality and demeanor. Are you approachable? Are you relatable? Are you real? Are you desperate? I know these are tough questions, guys. Hang in there. I just want to help you. Are you too aggressive? Are you a Debbie Downer? Last question, and probably the most telling. Are you someone that you would want to spend the day with? Regardless of your answers of any of those questions or whether any of this is a problem or not, these are all good, solid questions to ask yourself periodically to just kind of keep up with how you're presenting yourself online. Even if you did well on your little social media checkup here, this is still solid advice for anyone wanting to attract more clients, so just stay with me. When it comes to your online personality, these are all things that are so important to keep an eye on. So the first one on my list is approachability. How can you be more approachable? And this is coming from someone with a really strong resting bitch face. Trust me, this is a learned skill. And I do believe that some people just have it and others don't, which is totally unfair. But if you want to be likable, you have to learn this. So be nice, be friendly, and don't be a dick. I know that is so simplified, but you can look scary and be super nice and super friendly. And people will know immediately when you open your mouth to speak. Don't be mean. Like if you have a really mean looking face, you have to make the extra effort and go out of your way to convince people it's just your face. I found myself saying this all the time. It's just my face, guys. I swear I'm nice. Okay. But trust me, it's rough out here, but there is a way around it. Another way to make yourself more approachable is to be supportive. So shouting out and lifting up others goes such a long way. When I think of all the people that I really like, I always see them out there just hyping up their friends and their clients and other small businesses and everyone and anyone. And I love that about them. Everyone loves that about them. You can also do this by just complimenting strangers, complimenting people, and especially your clients. Acknowledge your favorite clients publicly. Post them in your stories, rave about them and what you liked about them. And don't shit talk online, guys. Well, you shouldn't shit talk at all, but for the purposes of this episode, just keep it off social media. This next one goes along with the shouting out clients. And something that I love to do is encourage the good behaviors and the good clients. And what do I mean by that? So this is something I talk about a lot, and it's a strategy I learned just being a parent, but ignoring the undesirable behaviors and rewarding the desirable behaviors. When applying this to your clients, that means pointing out all of their good deeds publicly. I like to talk about how great our conversations were, or how well they sat for such a long day of tattooing, or they were really fun or funny, or share some funny story that they told you, or just anything that I can think of from the appointment, all of my favorite things about them. But this also means that we're ignoring the bad behaviors. We don't complain about clients online, and we don't post negative comments about them. It's so easy to give into that urge to post in your story that you got stood up again by this piece of shit client and talk all your shit. And you think it's warning people against it, but really it just kind of makes you look like a chump. And now people know that the worst thing that's going to happen is that you might whine about it in your stories. They're not afraid of you, dude. And they're going to walk away from a couple $100 just to save 1,000. When people are promoting the good clients and making a huge deal about them, we're teaching clients what we want. People will generally respond better to positive reinforcement than negative, meaning they're more interested in making you proud of them and getting all the gold stars from you than they are afraid of your online temper tantrum. Another way to be more approachable is to just talk to people. And I know that seems real simple and like, no shit, I have to talk to people, but talking to people in a way that other people can see. So interacting with your followers and clients in the comment section where everyone can see that you're a real person that's capable of being reached, and go out of your way to be nice and respond with more than just 1 or 2 words. I like to respond to people as if we're old friends, and I ask them questions and I get them talking more, and I don't ever give short answers. If you don't have time to respond, wait until you do. I'd rather you delay responding to them to when you have the appropriate amount of time to answer someone than to just write 1 or 2 words or just leave an emoji or something. Having these public conversations allows them to imagine themselves in your space and in a real life conversation with you. And ignoring comments and never responding, you're going to start to portray yourself as someone that isn't very social and would never talk to people like them. And this goes right along with the commenting, but be friendly, in person, online, whatever. Just especially if they're following you and they're always reading comments, even if they don't ever comment themselves, seeing you being a real human being that's nice and friendly goes a long way to make someone feel comfortable with you. They may never have a conversation with you or ever comment or anything, and they might go tell their friend, oh my God, she's so nice. She's always so sweet online. You've never talked to her, but she saw you talking to other people, and now she's out there telling people that you're nice just by watching. So if you want to take it one further, go out of your way to learn somebody's name or acknowledge something about them. If you're not busy and you have nothing to do and you're bored at work, you have the time. Don't make excuses that it takes too long. Invest your free time in shit like this. It takes 2 seconds to click on somebody's profile, go find out if their name's on their profile, and use it in the comment. Like, hey, thanks, Nikki, for blah, 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 whatever. Just, take the time to engage with people. I have people who comment on all of my posts, or they respond to my stories and they message me that I've never tattooed. I've never met them. And one day they're going to get tattooed and they're going to come to me 1000% because they're comfortable with me, because I've been building up this relationship with them over time. Someone I've never tattooed before, but I'm just being nice and being friendly and talking with them. It's all about giving them confidence in their ability to approach you by making yourself available to them and making them feel comfortable and inviting them into a conversation. Number 2 on my list is relatability. And I think that this one is a little more tricky for people because I think we tend to try too hard, and we want people to like us and we want to find common ground with them. So we start to post things that we think they want to see or what we think they want to know about us, and it becomes more curated and actually less relatable. So how do we actually be relatable? So we're just show what you're interested in. It's super easy. Like, what are you already thinking about? Is there something that you collect? Like, for example, my coworker collects Funko Pops. She has 1 million of them and people love them, and she has them up at her station, and it's highly relatable because everybody fucking loves Funko Pops. Do you collect anything? The people want to know about it. What are your favorite places to shop? Do you love thrifting or antique stores, or are you obsessed with some local small business in town? Talk about it. Show them what you got from these places. They're interested, I promise. Talk about your favorite foods or favorite places to eat, your TV shows, movies, music. All of these things are really simple ways to find your people. And I'm not saying that you post all of these things every day, all the time, but just sprinkle them in here and there and show your personality and let them get to know you a little bit. Let them find the things that they have in common with you so that they can feel a part of something with you. What are you currently excited about? A quick way to create excitement is to be excited. Tell people what you're dreaming about and what's new and fun in your life. And do you have any upcoming projects? Give them some kind of progress update or a timeline to look forward to. People love that stuff. Talk about a new item that you purchased or something you saw or heard that was fun or interesting. What are you nerding out about? Is there something that you're absolutely obsessed with or you have a secret passion for? Spill it. If you recently started playing pickleball and now you can't get enough of it, share that. Share your blooper reels. There's definitely going to be someone out there who's like a pickleballer or whatever they're called. But regardless if there is or not, you're becoming human to them and more relatable. Think about things that are happening in your day-to-day that other people can relate to. Like if you're going for a walk or a hike or going to the gym, just add a little clip into your story. You might be thinking that nobody wants to see this stuff and it seems super boring to you, but this behind the scenes stuff, people love it. And I promise you, they're interested. They're getting to know you, and you might not get a response out of any of them, but they're just logging the information about you, and you're becoming more and more of a human to them that they can see themselves having a conversation with. But be careful. Make sure you're trying to think of positive, fun, uplifting things. You don't want to get into the trap of playfully talking about your day and then you trip and fall into a rant and talking about things like how much caffeine you consumed today because you stayed up too late watching Love Island last night. That's fun. That's funny. People can relate to that. But complaining how tired you are and how resentful you are that you stayed up last night and that you have to work today and you're bitching about that, that's not fun, right? Telling a story about how you stepped on a Lego in the dark is funny. Like, that's super relatable. Everyone's fucking stepped on a Lego in the dark and it sucks, and we can relate to that. Going on a rant about how your husband never makes the kids clean up after themselves, not fun, not funny. Starting to get it? I'm not saying that life has to always be rainbows and sunshine, but if you want to attract clients and make them comfortable and be someone that they want to hang out with, save like the clouds for your partner, your best friend, your therapist. Like, leave that shit at home. Don't be posting it online. Number 3, authenticity. I actually super hate this word, and lately every time I hear it, it's instantly annoying me, but there's a lot to be said for being yourself. And a lot of you are hyper focusing on how you look, including me. A lot of the times, I will admit, it's hard not to. But listen, the heavy filters is not it. Taking perfectly posed selfies from the perfect angle, you're not sparing anyone from real life you. They're going to eventually see you in real life. And if you've been looking like a totally different person online, they're A, not going to recognize you. B, they're going to be like, wow, she looks so different in person. Or C, she looks completely fake online. Or she is fake. Like, none of these are good things. No one wants to discover that you have completely curated your look to look like someone else. That makes you instantly not trustworthy. It also makes you less likely to post in general. So needing the perfect background and environment and perfect lighting and makeup and outfit, that's a lot of work to hide behind. If you can talk to the camera in real time as your real self, it gives your clients a first-person view of what it's going to be like to have a conversation with you in person and building that comfortability and trust with them. And at some point, we just have to be okay with being imperfect and being honest with ourselves. So just be normal, speak to the camera like you would when you're talking to your friend, and stop trying so hard to make things perfect. Number 4, scarcity. I don't know that I have to go too deep into this one, but guys, desperate just is not a good look. You're telling the story that you're not worth their time or their money, and whether that's your intention or not, that's just how it reads. And in case you're not sure what signals desperate to people, let me just break it down for you. Whining and complaining, number 1. It's honestly the worst and really hard to watch. And even if it all falls apart and everyone canceled on you this week and everything sucks, pick your fucking head up, put your grown-up pants on, and handle business. If you need some ideas on how to handle a situation like this, episode 7 has a ton of them, and I'll make sure we put that in the show notes. But complaining and whining online, it's not fixing anything. Just don't do it. Sharing your sob story about the world being against you and how nothing goes your way, and it's just incredibly off-putting. And again, who would want to hang out with this person? Stop assigning yourself this role of victim and start getting proactive about it. You have to just let shit go, assess what happened and what went wrong, and then move on. If you find yourself in a situation like that, ask yourself, what went wrong here? Why did this happen? And is there something that I could have done to prevent this? Is there something that I can do to avoid this next time? And if yes, what? And make a plan for next time, and then move on. And ask yourself, is there something that I can learn from this for next time? If yes, what is it? Make a plan. If no, take your losses and just move on. But this next one, guys, this is a slippery slope. Offering deep discounts. And it might seem like a great idea in the moment because you're like, oh my God, I need to make money real quick. If I throw this discount out there, somebody's going to snatch it up and I'll be able to sell this real quick and make some money. But it's doing the opposite of what you think it is. For example, when you're comparing 2 different products online against each other, don't you look at the cheapest one and think, why is that so cheap? What's wrong with it? It immediately gives the vibe that the quality is not as great. And that's what you're telling people about your work when you discount it like that. So please just don't do that. Number 5, aggression. So this is one I've been seeing a lot lately, which is why I had to add to the list. Listen, I know you're mad. It's frustrating. People are going to piss you off, but please don't threaten people into giving you their business. It probably doesn't need any further explanation than that, but I've literally seen people's posts where they're trying to call people out for saying they want to book, and when booking time comes around, they don't book. And talking shit on people for not being able to afford your prices or complaining about your prices or guilting people about not getting tattooed. Like, if you loved me, you'd book an appointment. It's just gross. Don't do that. Number 6, attitude. Maybe no one has told you yet. Bro, you're a fucking downer. I gotta be the one to tell you. You think everything sucks. The world's out to get you. Everything bad happens to you. Life is not fair. You post every little and big thing that goes wrong in life, and you're constantly focused on the bad stuff. And you tell us about every little inconvenience of your day. You're exhausting. I'm sorry. Someone had to tell you this. It's so fucking draining. And you'll be lucky to have someone read or listen to your entire post about it. I promise. No one's reading that shit. And I know it's hard out there, and you just want someone to agree with you, and you want to feel understood, and you want someone to jump to your defense and tell you, yes, you have it worse than everyone else. I get it. It's just not true. It's just not true. Everyone has their own shit going on. Everyone thinks theirs is the worst, and you posting your shit is just adding to everyone else's mental load. And all it's doing is making them think, ugh, I don't want to hang out with this person. They sound draining. Including your clients that you're trying to attract, right? Imagine being a client held captive all day with someone who does nothing but bitch and complain while you get a tattoo. Does that sound fun to you? And this goes for trauma dumping as well. We don't want our clients to do it to us. The same rules apply for us. Just don't do that. It's too much. All of that being said, most people are going to fall into a few of these categories, or maybe you're really in the weeds and you see yourself in all of them, but it's okay. We aren't perfect. I've been every single one of these people at one point or another in my career, but I'm asking you, before you go blaming the world and the algorithm and saying that you've done everything to help your situation and you're still not busy and you don't understand why, just take a look at yourself. Look at how you are acting, the things that you're saying, how you're portraying yourself. Are you approachable? Are you relatable? Are you authentic? Are you too desperate? Are you too aggressive? Do you have a bad attitude? And do you want to hang out with a person like yourself? If not, it's time to get your shit together. You're only going to attract the same that you're putting out there. So if you want better options, you have to bring that same energy to the table. You can't expect more out of the person you're looking for than you're willing to give them. And honestly, here's a hot tip. That's how it works in the dating game as well. Maybe no one's ever told you because, well, it's hard to tell somebody how they are and that the way that they are is what's hurting them because, first of all, you don't want to hear it and accept that you're the problem. You're convinced that it has to be some outside source and reason for your life and career being this way. And second, the typical response to this is for you to lash out at us and get defensive and get mean, or just make the person that told you this the target of your next aggressive online rant or whatever. So no one wants to take on that responsibility, but I'm out here taking one for the team in hopes that you can just self-assess and realize what's happening and fix it. And I know that you can. All right, guys, that's it for today's episode. I hope you're feeling inspired and ready to make some moves today. Remember, it's all about showing up, putting in the work, and staying true to yourself. If you got something out of today's episode, share it with a friend who might need to hear it, and make sure to subscribe so we can keep this momentum going. Get updates on all of our latest episodes, events, and more by following us on social media at Bound by Art Project and by heading over to the website boundbyart.com. Thanks for hanging out and putting up with my shit. I'll see you next time. Now shut up, quit making excuses, and go get better.